Let's go to offensive line talk. Billy Napier did put it out today. Let's talk about that situation. Big story here is, 4 proven starters coming back for 2025, and there's been a lot of attention on that right tackle spot. Brendan Crenshaw-Dixon graduates, heading to the NFL. I mean, he's shooting up draft boards a bit with the way he ended the season, the way he's testing. Brendan Crenshaw-Dixon, probably going to be a okay NFL player. But interesting development, of course, and maybe unexpected development. Billy Napier comes out and says, hey, Bryce Lovett, he might be taking that right tackle spot. He's emerging as that 5th starter. Now, redshirt sophomore, of course, shown some real promise. Last season, started 3 games, including, now it's even more notable because it's the position he's going to be playing. He had that notable performance at right tackle in the Gasparilla Bowl. Before that, he was mainly rotating in at guard. So he played about 300 snaps during the regular season and 72 reps in the bowl game. And worth noting about him is, while he hadn't really played right tackle at Florida until that bowl game, it's not really a new position for him. Played there in high school, redshirted his freshman year, made the most of his opportunities last season. And numbers back it up as well. He only allowed 1 sack, 7 quarterback pressures, and 171 passing snaps. Pro Football Focus gave him a solid 78.5 grade in pass protection and a 70.2 run in run blocking. But it may not be locked up, but he's going to start spring practice at that right tackle. And look, I probably expect him to keep it along the way. But you want competition. And the good thing is Florida has competition. Florida has competition at this right tackle spot. It's a good thing. All along the offensive line, actually. But more so at this right tackle spot. Other options there, Devin Manuel, redshirt senior, was injured a good bit last year. Was kind of going to be remember last spring was playing left tackle while Austin Barber was nursing some injuries. Then Devin Manuel gets hurt during the season. But I think he can be a swing tackle. But go be in that competition at right tackle. But if he needs to back up Lovett, needs to back up Barber, as long as he can stay healthy, I think he'll be able to. Cade Jones, redshirt sophomore, go be in the mix. Redshirt freshman Fletcher Westphal. I mean, it's a bunch of bunch of redshirt guys. Redshirt sophomore Cade Jones, redshirt freshman Fletcher Westphal. I mean, that's what you find along the offensive line. Also, redshirt freshman Enoch Wangoy, true freshman Tavares Dice, Jahari Medlock. So there's going to be options there. But I'm excited to watch a competition between Devin Manuel and Bryce Lovett. But man, your Fletcher Westphal was highly regarded recruit for the offensive line. I mean, I expect to hear his name. I think recruiting, of course, along the offensive line, been kind of controversial. It has gotten better. There are some bright spots along the way. It's time to see it. Time to see it. Also, let's not overlook it. That was one position battle we expected to hear about. Glad he was asked about it today, and glad Billy Napier was forthcoming enough to say, hey, yeah, we're going to start Bryce Lovett there. Not we'll see. We'll get into camp, and we'll play this guy, we'll play that guy in there. And no, comes out and said, okay, Bryce Lovett, that's going to be our guy to start with. But, hey, guys, there's also some interesting shuffling happening on the interior. Roger Kearney is going to transition from center to guard. He's been cross-training. We're going to concentrate more at the guard spot now. Marcus Mascal, he'll be moving to center. And then Jason Zandamela, another redshirt freshman, he's also making strides at the center position. That was thought to be his position more so anyway. I figured this was going to happen to Kearney once Zandamela signed with the Gators last year. To me, that was kind of an early sign that we may see Roger Kearney slide in the guard. So it's playing out that way. Zandamela, of course, was a highly regarded high school recruit. Had a cup of coffee at USC and transferred to Florida before he even played a game for USC. Look, and for somebody like Roger Kearney in his third year, he had the body type that really needed to be developed. Not necessarily surprised we didn't see him early on, but hey, it's year 3 and a highly regarded 4-star offensive lineman. So yeah, it's going to be time for Roger Kearney to get into the mix a bit. But of course, 4 or 5 starters returning. But you're talking now about backups for Jake Slaughter, Najee Harris, Damian George. And Harrison, you read my mind, man. You read my mind. Is George a lock to start, or can Kearney win it? I think that might actually be a low-key battle. I really do. It might be a low-key battle there. But Coach Napier really does seem optimistic about the whole unit. Rob Sell, John DeCoster, still the 2-coach system there. Riley Simons, Caleb Johnson part of it. And as Napier put it, looking at all the players they've recruited over the past 3 years, things are starting to come together. And guys, I got thinking when he said that, and I was listening to his press conference about the offensive line, and Damian George, Jason Zandamela, if I remember right, it's about the only transfers in the group. Right now, it's mostly the homegrown talent along the offensive line room. And if development is going to be the calling card, then we should see it pay off. Development is going to be the staff's playing card. And the recruiting, it's been a roller coaster, trending up a little bit overall on the offensive line. It's time to see it pay off. Jason Sauls does say something like that too, I guess. Time to see development happen with quality depth. I'm very excited about the offensive line this year, but want to see what we have happening for 26. Yeah, I think, there's some good options in state. I think maybe more so for interior offensive linemen. But yeah, it's there's still certainly room for better recruiting along the offensive line. It's gotten better, and there have been some bright spots. But hopefully, redshirt freshmen, redshirt sophomores, and guys that you're going to be developing. So, it's a group that's no longer a liability. Now it's about the ceiling. That'll kind of be the theme for this spring as we get into more offensive line talk. I believe tonight, Jake Slaughter and Austin Barber were talking. So we'll get into some offensive line talk pretty soon here on the podcast. What's the ceiling for that group? Our coverage of spring football is brought to you by Florida Victorious. All spring long, and with all the new going on, it's a great time to join. You can be the difference by joining Florida Victorious. Your support can directly impact the outcome on the field. You want to help the Gators win? You want a better game day experience? Well, just like when you pack the swamp, your unwavering support through Florida Victorious empowers the Gators to be their best. If you enjoy player access, you'll find even more of it at Florida Victorious. Members receive invitations to exclusive events like the meet and greet that'll be after the spring game, access to exclusive merchandise and memorabilia, great sports covers from Nick De La Torre, and more. There's never been a better time to join. So join today and make a difference in bringing victory to the orange and blue. Visit FloridaVictorious.com to join now.